Welcome to We Rise, the monthly podcast where women's stories take center stage. I'm your host, Dr. Joanne Frederick, also known as Dr. J, mental health therapist, professor, author, advocate for women's wellness and empowerment, and your reigning queen, Mrs. Unity World USA. Each month, we honor the resilience, the brilliance, and beauty of women who have faced life's challenges and chosen to rise anyway. Here, we rejuvenate the spirit, inspire the heart, support the journey, and enlighten the mind. Because when women rise, families rise, communities rise, and the world rises. Thank you for joining me. Let's rise together. Today, we'll be speaking with Akela Douglass. Akela, tell us about yourself.
Hello, Dr. J. I am Akela Douglass, Executive Director and founder of USA World Pageants, which is the system that you received this wonderful title under. I have been in pageantry for over 25 years as a director, as a competitor, as an international winner. And in addition to that, I am also the owner of Got Roots Color Bar here in Sacramento, California, which is a hair salon.
Wow, Akela. Well, first, on behalf of all the queens you've made over the years, I want to say thank you.
Aw.
Secondly, you said that you've been in this industry for 25 years. Girl, you look about 25 years.
I
This
know. I
industry is
started. I started when I was -5.
yes, excellent. Love it, love it, love it. And then it sounds like you are an entrepreneur, multiple businesses, creativity. Love it.
Yeah.
So, my first question for you, what inspired you to create the USA World Pageant System, and how did that decision connect to your personal journey, your leadership values, or the cause that you represent?
Oh, I love that. So, like I said, I'm a former Ms. USA World Universal and Ms. World Universal. And then after my reign was over, they asked me to take over as director for Ms. USA World Universal, which I've been doing the last 3 years. During that process, it's a great system. I love it. But we also needed to innovate and we needed to make some changes in order to stay relevant in pageantry. As we know, the economy's been very tough. Recruiting has been very hard. People don't realize there's over 80 something national pageants just in the United States alone. So people have a lot of options. So I was like, what can we do to set ourselves apart, doing something that no one else has done in US pageantry? And I learned from working with directors in other countries, like in Japan and Canada and India, where they host one large national pageant but crown for multiple international systems. And I was like, you know what? We could do that, here and add to World Universal. I made some connections to other international systems that were not based in the US, because one thing that I had an opportunity to do as an international title holder was compete overseas. And I now have sisters all over this world. And, sisterhood is a huge part of what we do at USA World Pageants. And so to be able to give other women that same incredible opportunity that I got, I just thought was gonna work. And I did a leap of faith. I put a deposit down on a venue with not a single person signed up. And we tripled our entries in the first year. So they seem to
Wow.
like it.
Wow. I mean, that is entrepreneurship to its core. I'm sure you are like an inspiration to so many women. So I'm glad that we're getting a chance to talk.
Yeah.
So, what message do you hope that your pageant system send to others, especially women who may be questioning their confidence, their purpose, or their ability to lead? And how does that message align with encouraging others to get involved with USA World Pageants?
I think that's a great question, because a lot of people outside of pageantry have a very narrow thinking of what that means. A lot of them have only been exposed to pageantry from TV. So maybe seeing Miss Universe or, toddlers and tiaras or things like that. And they're like, oh my gosh, like I could never do that. That could never be me. I'm not super young and super skinny and and 6 feet tall. Like it looks so glamorous and amazing, but that could never be me. But we are showing through the diversity of our queens that every woman is a queen and every woman has that same right to also represent the USA internationally and show the diversity of what this country really is. So our core beliefs are um, equity, equity, diversity, and inclusion. And so we do accept women of all ages, of all backgrounds, of all sizes to still have that glamorous moment. Like, who doesn't like to dress up and, get on stage and win one of those beautiful, sparkly hats? But it goes beyond that. It's not just superficial, it's not just about outer beauty. Part of that is the sisterhood too, and not belonging. And so, you and I were just in Little Rock recently at our Queens retreat, and it was just so beautiful that in our pageant week, and then even after your crown, we create these opportunities for women to connect. Um, One of the things I like to say when I'm onboarding new contestants is that it takes a very special woman to put herself on stage and be judged by strangers. And then when you
Mm.
put a room full of those women together, dynamic things can happen. And so, by having queens like yourself, like you can show people, that maybe look like you or have similar stories as you, that they can do this too. It's not about fitting a particular physical mold, it's way more than that.
That is so true. And it's interesting. I'm glad you said that because when I was trying to decide, like, yeah, I want to do another pageant, I was impressed to see USA World System's mission and values stating diversity, equity, and inclusion. Because that word these days, you don't see it, we're not promoting it. And it really was my experience exactly what, was written. So again, appreciate that.
I
So
love that too. Thank you.
yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. So, looking back on your experience in the USA World Pageant Systems, what are the
Mhm.
most meaningful lessons you've learned about yourself, service, or leadership? And how has this experience shaped the way you show up in the world today as an entrepreneur?
I definitely learned a lot this year. Like I said, we tripled our entries, which that means there's a lot more work to do. And I've never been really great at delegating because I tend to be a control freak. And so, what I learned the most over this last year was the importance of building a solid team around you and trusting them. And it being okay, like, okay, I need you to take care of this, and you take care of this, and you take care of this, so that I can be more present as a leader. I would in the past catch myself, I'm the last one in the door and I'm frazzled and I'm frustrated and I'm just trying to make sure everything is perfect. Where now I can pass a lot of things off to people where that's their expertise to, initiate or basically execute our vision for what we're trying to do. And I just get to be present as a leader and do what I do best. I think that's the biggest lesson that I've learned. It's also helped me in my salon as well. I've hired about 8 people over the last year as well. And just, again, being more of that trainer, that leader, that manager, and just being more present as opposed to overworked and burned out and stressed. Like that's
Mhm.
that's not good for anybody. So being able to trust others to continue to help you build your vision that you've created.
Definitely. So then it sounds like, as a pageant director, a pageant owner, and even a pageant queen yourself, the
Mhm.
skills that you've learned and learning are transferable even in your business, your job. I think
Thousand
that's,
percent. Yeah,
yeah.
I said that for a long time, like growing up in pageantry. I started when I was 15. And I
Mhm.
remember going on my first job interviews, like in my early 20s. And I was like, that's it? Like, this is a piece of cake. I'm used to judges purposely trying to trick me, and mess me up in interview. And so I've gained so many valuable skills. And we talk a lot about confidence, like having the confidence to put yourself out there, to be judged by strangers. You just walk different, you move
Mhm.
different throughout the world, and people can notice even when you don't have your crown and sash on. They can see something different in you once you've been through this process.
I agree. I agree. I think you're right. The skills are transferable. You still can grow. And, I'm saying that to continue encouraging women to kind of look into this as well. My friends and family can see what it did for me. And I'm surprised. I'm like, wow, I didn't even know that confidence is something that, you can question, but it's also you can grow your
Yeah,
confidence, right? It's built.
absolutely.
Okay. So, if an organization wants to sponsor USA World Pageants,
We
who should
like
they reach?
that.
Yes, who should they reach out to? Tell us even what sponsorship looks like, what it means, because I feel like people hear that word and the first thing they think is money, but I feel like it's
Yeah.
bigger than that. Like it's a lot. So, talk to us about sponsorship.
Yeah, and I like to think of it more as a partnership. It's a big production. It takes a lot to produce a show, especially a live show. We're anticipating
Mhm.
40 to 50 contestants this year, and so I know we're going bigger and better, bigger venues. We need more hotels, things like that. And so I try to keep the cost as low as possible for entry. And so in order to still create this amazing experience, we do need partnerships with other businesses. But this is also coming from an entrepreneur. And I would hate if people would come to me and like, oh, just give me money. And I'm like, well, I'm still running a business here. Like, how is this gonna, benefit my business? So we like to call them partnerships. Pretty soon we're going to be launching on our website the different tiers. Some of them can be just in kind, if you have an amazing product that you want to feature through our pageant. Again, we're going to have several ambassadors that are competing in November, but we also are going to have about 15 queens as well. So utilizing all of these different platforms to highlight the business that wants to partner with us. And so it can either be a product, it could be a service. And then we do have monetary tiers as well, but those are where you get to sponsor an experience throughout the week. So for example, say we're going to throw it out there. I'm going to manifest it. Say Coca-Cola, right? Coca-Cola wants to sponsor our second line parade. That means their logo is all over, on our banners that we're being promoting that particular product for that particular event during the pageant week. We also have a crowning ceremony on the Creole Queen. Again, all of the signage, all of the logos, all of the press and everything will be geared towards that particular sponsor. So we kind of switched it up a little bit so that, that business is getting the exposure that they need. And so they feel like it's worth it to have this partnership. And then our queens as well can highlight these amazing sponsors that are helping us create a great experience for all.
That is great. I mean, you're bringing back so much fun memories being in the pageant in November. And so tell, potential women, like, when is the next pageant? What's their deadline to get involved? And any last message you would like to share with the audience?
Definitely. So our pageant is taking place November 5th through the 8th, 2026 in fabulous New Orleans, Louisiana, which is our home. We're going to be there for a long time. I love that city, the food, the people, the experiences. It's a really great time. Our motto is it's a girls' weekend, and we just so happen to have a pageant. We have a moo party. We give you lots of downtime. We don't do any super early mornings. And we really do try to make it more vacation like and less stress so that, again, you can just shine at your brightest. All of the information can be found at usaworldpageants.com. I have a full handbook on there. There's steps on how to apply. The deadline to enter is October 1st, and it is open to all women over 19. Any woman over 19. There is no age limit. Again, any background, with or without children, married, single, divorced, widowed, whatever, all women are welcome, and we would love to have you. We are, again, one national pageant, and we crown for 5 different international systems. So every winner gets a USA title and gets to represent the USA overseas this coming year. Like yourself and your sister queens will be going to India. We have two that are about to go to Malaysia in the next 6 weeks. We have five wonderful women that are going to Kenya this summer. And then we're going back to Malaysia again in September. So these are all incredible destinations that you get to represent our our wonderful country overseas.
Excellent. Love it, love it, love it. Thanks for all of that. I'm looking at your background. This is the logo. Yes, shift
Where am
over
I
a
at?
little bit. Let's check out this logo right quick, this background.
On backwards. It's
Let's
also on my shirt
Oh,
though.
there you go. What is blinging? Love it, love it,
Yes.
love it. Yeah. Great, great memories, great memories.
Oh yeah, we
So,
also have a great swag bag. I have to say that too. We have a fantastic swag bag. You get so much
and
fun.
great prizes. And I feel like the prizes continue to come. Like it's just like a
You have
blessing.
more stuff coming.
Yes. So can't wait, Queen. Yes.
Love.
So last message for us before we close out.
Take the leap. I know there's a lot going on right now and it's a lot to be distracted by, but don't forget to do something that's just for you. We kind of talked about this over the last week in our Queens trip. You know, a lot of us, whether we're entrepreneurs, we have businesses, we have children, we have, spouses and things like that. We tend to give so much to things outside of ourselves. And pageantry is that great opportunity to really be selfish and make it all about you and really dig deep and learn the things that you like, your core values, how you want to present yourself to the world. And it is a great time of just self reflection. And not only that is the sisterhood. Like I said, I talk to my pageant sisters probably more than my own family. So you just have this amazing network of women to uphold you and then also be glamorous at the same time. So if it's something you've been thinking about, but you didn't know it was right for you, just reach out. I would love to chat with you as well. Fill out our application, and I hope to see you in New Orleans in November.
Yes, thank you so much for joining us. And
Of
thank
course.
you, viewers, for joining us on We Rise. Continue to pay attention, join the pageant system, and also listen to these women and their stories. It's a really good inspiration. Thank you and good night.
Thank you, Dr. Joe.
Thank you.